The first technique of the performance assessment practice is KCS roles and the licensing model. Capturing and structuring knowledge in the workflow, coupled with practicing the structured problem-solving process, represents a considerable change in the behaviour and activities for most support analysts. Adopting KCS is like learning to drive a car. When we first started, we got a learner's permit, and we had a licensed driver along as a coach. Initially, we had a great deal to think about, and driving took all of our attention. We had to watch the road, other cars, our speed, and the rear view mirror. Most of us learned rapidly how to deal with all of these dynamics and went on to pass a test to get our licence. Earning a driver's licence gave us new rights and privileges and enabled us to drive on our own. For most of us, this represented a significant increase in our independence, with a corresponding increase in our parents' anxiety. Our parents worried about the risk and whether we would make the right decisions. Along with this increase in our autonomy came an increase in our responsibility and the need for auto insurance. Eventually, with enough experience, driving became second nature to us, to the point where we do other things while driving, within legal boundaries of course. Adopting KCS is like learning to drive. People learn how to do the KCS processes as they're resolving customer issues. Like learning to drive, we can be told the concepts in a classroom setting, but only with practice can we internalise the behaviours and the competency so they can become second nature. The KCS knowledge and competency model defines system rights and privileges for each KCS role. They are the KCS candidate, KCS contributor, and the KCS publisher. As with driving, some people will choose to progress further, study more, and gain more advanced skills, as is the case with the KCS coach or the knowledge domain expert. Performance assessment must include guidance on how, when, and whether to advance. As with driving, each licence is earned based on the demonstrated and consistent behaviours that align with the KCS role. For example, a provisional licence is issued after an analyst attends a class and demonstrates the basic understanding of the KCS practices and techniques. The KCS contributor and the KCS publisher competency levels are achieved after consistently demonstrating the respective incremental competencies defined in those roles. Many organisations also require a test to move from one level to the next. As with a licence to drive a car, an analyst who frequently breaks the rules or demonstrates poor judgment should lose their licence. And it's important to note here that the levels of KCS competencies are not linked to the related levels or tiers of support. Each level of support, first, second or third level, should have a mix of support analysts with a range of KCS competencies.